Hey guys, Dave from Nerdarchy, 4 Nerds by Nerds, hanging out with this nerd.
Ted.
Today we got a GM 911 for you. DM swamped for ideas.
If you have a GM 901 and you'd like to submit them to us, you can send this over to us at nerdarchy@gmail.com.
Speaking of GM 911s, who's this one from?
This is from Ashinokiri, if I pronounced that correctly.
And as always, the original post will be down below in the description. He's got a GM 911 for us. I'm not sure really what he needs because it sounds like he really has his bases covered.
So players crashed their ship and they're in a swamp and it's loaded with stuff. They got lizard men, they got bullywogs, they got hags, they got ogres, they got an evil treant,
and a black dragon. And a partridge and a pear tree.
So he says, well, what do I do? There's a party of 7 level 3 adventurers. So I'm like, all right, let's stack on the layers. Clearly, this is not them walking into uninhabited lands. What's going on? Well, is there some kind of land dispute or war going on between the Bullywogs and the Lizardfolk? They're both low-level things. They could be trying to communicate, or they could get sucked into this dispute or war. Once that's decided and dealt with and both parties are appeased or annihilated or what have you, now you got to deal with ogres and hags. Well, are the hags controlling the ogres? Are the ogres not liking magic and they're trying to bring down the hags, but the hags are more powerful, but there's more numerous ogres? And then once they've dealt with that, now you've got a black dragon. By now the party's 14th, 15th level, you're good.
Well, also, too, there's also this fjord that's kind of like hemming them into the swamp that they probably might want to get. You know, once they find out there's a black dragon in the swamp, they might want to really want to get out of the swamp. You know, seek out maybe more civilized lands. The other thing that's kind of interesting too is the fact they just escaped this labyrinth-like prison of Yuan-ti. What's to say too? There isn't Yuan-ti hunting them. So you could add an extra element if you wanted to push them in a direction or another. One thing you might want to do is you not only can use the Yuan-ti to push them, but one of the things they talk about was the Paladin had this. I guess he had a seed or something.
It's a magic bean. I think it's in the DMG, and you plant it, and it becomes an evil treant.
What if you have some like baby mama drama going on here with the Paladin and you know, not the mama per se, but the baby? It's like, you know, maybe the Treant could have it out to get him, or it could, you know, be like you're the mama, you know, whatever.
It's chasing him. It's doing evil things, and it wants to still be around the Paladin.
Yes,
because it considers him a parent.
Yeah. So, I mean, you could do something with that. It could be, you know, a little bit serious, a little bit comic relief. You could have the Treant chasing them. You could have Yuan-ti chasing them. I would highly recommend that you introduce some kind of NPC to this group that is, at the very least, starts off neutral. So that they can get the lay of the land. And then, like, you've gone on through all this work of laying stuff out. Well, it's not really all that useful if they don't know about it.
Right.
So you might want to give some, you know, where they encounter someone. It could even be one of the lizard men or the bullywogs, or you could have something happen where, you know, under the circumstances, now they're
not antagonistic. They're actually more helpful.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I was thinking like something happens either with the Bullywog tribe or the Lizardfolk tribe where some prophecy, they accidentally fulfill a prophecy.
Oh, nice.
And you know, and now like they're like the center of the attention, whether it could be good or bad. Like they want to eat you because they complete the ritual of the prophecy, or you know, maybe you're some kind of venerated hero or god to them now. Well, you know,
it
whatever.
Could be both. It could be a god, but they're supposed to eat it. You know, you are talking about in both situations there are times where both societies can be considered cannibalistic.
And kind of primitive and savage. And, you know, it's not really cannibalism if you're not eating your own.
True.
That would also, you create these interesting dynamics. One of my favorite scenarios, and I've brought it up before with the Bullywogs, is have them using giant frogs or giant toads that, you know, have like a swallow whole ability. And using that on the party, and you swallow them all eventually, and then you can go back to the Bullywog King and have them all vomit them out, at his feet. And now, granted, in this particular case, they just got done escaping from being prisoners,
so not a good idea at the moment.
Yeah, so you might not want to make them prisoners again so soon. Unless there's like a chance for it to turn into something else where they get captured, but they don't end up actually being prisoners. You could do something along those lines. But like Ted said, tensions between the Bullywogs and Lizardfolk would be a great way, or the Hags and anybody else would be another. Heck, you could even have the Hags contact the party first in a guise, and that's the friendly, unquote friendly NPC. So that gives them the lay of the land.
So the Hag could be the friendly person who's slowly manipulating them towards working towards the Hags. Whatever.
Same thing with the dragon. Like the dragon could be in a guise and can reach out to the party and try and exploit them and use them. Maybe there's tensions between the Hags and the dragon, and and the dragon wants to use them against the Hags, or vice versa,
or both.
Both. You have this very elaborate chessboard set out on your table. Now you just need to move the pieces around.
Right.
So
the key thing is they have not entered into a stagnant place. It's a living, breathing world, and it's literally open to whatever machinations that you want to put out there. If you feel that you've got this whole ebbing, flowing society, all right, now the chaos has been sown by throwing these new party members into it. Let's see what unfolds.
I'll tell you about what else can unfold. If you go down to the comments below, you're probably going to get a ton of suggestions. The Nerdarchy fans are awesome for adding their insight, and Mike Gould and Boris Strumlin usually have great ideas, plus a ton of other people as well. But, head down there. While you're at it, leave a comment of your own. Like, share, and subscribe.
You can check us out over on nerdarchy.com.
So until next time,
stay nerdy.